Hey guys, it's Victoria. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the MAC Selena collection. This is the most recent collection that MAC came out with. So I have a couple products from this collection that I'm going to try out and create a makeup look with today. So let's get started. Okay, so I have the eyeshadow palette, of course, and this is what it looks like. Super pretty packaging, and when you open it up, there are 8 eyeshadow colors and a mirror in here. These are the 8 shades in the palette. Super pretty colors, like really pretty colors. 5 matte shades. This shade right here has a little bit of a shimmer to it. As you can see, super pretty color. And then these two are definitely the more shimmery shades, like this one. Oh my goodness. Look at that pigmentation. That's so good. Oh my gosh, we're using that color today. So I am going to start out with some concealer, as always, just to prime my lids. So I'm using the NYX Porcelain Concealer and then a flat concealer brush, and I'm just going to place this all across my lids to act as a base. And then I'm just tapping that out with my beauty blender. So I'm going to start out by going into this light matte shade and tapping a little bit of that off, and I'm using a Morphe M441 brush. I'm just going to place this all across the crease. There's not going to be much pigmentation just because this shade really matches my skin tone, but it'll just help to set the concealer a little bit and act as a transition shade for the next colors that we're about to use. I don't know what I want to do. I think I kind of want to do like a really neutral smoky eye, and then just put this color, it's like more reddish color, on the lower lash line as like a nice pop of color. It's kind of what I'm thinking I want to go for today. Now I'm going to add this neutral shade right here, which is just the shade right next to the one we just used. I'm just going to apply this color on the outer corner of my eye, and I'm going to use circular motions, and I'm just going to try and get a nice soft blended out look using this color. And I'm just going to take a little bit of that color and just lightly bring that on the very outer corner of my lower lash line so that it just kind of balances it out a little bit for now before we add any other colors to the lower lash line later on. I'm going to use this matte brown shade on a buffer brush. I'm just going to tap that right over top of the other shadow and then blend that in. Gorgeous these shades are. They just like blend together so nicely. Before we go on with any other colors, I'm just going in with a blending brush with no extra shadow and just blending that to make it super soft before we go any further. So then I'm going in with the Morphe M330 brush and the darkest brown shadow in the palette, and I'm just going to take my brush at an angle and start to softly blend this into the other shadows we already have. So now you could totally keep it more neutral, but for the sake of the video and testing out the palette, I'm of course going to have to add the pops of color in here. So that's what we're gonna do next. So before I do my lids, this is kind of out of the order that I would normally do, but I want to add the color down here before I go overload colors on my lids and my lower lash line. So I know I want pops of color on the lower lash line, so that's where I'm going to start. So I'm using the Morphe M456 brush, and there's no eyeshadow on it, it's just stained. And I'm going to go into this matte color, and you can see how pigmented this is. So I'm going to place this all along the lower lash line. I'm going to go into this matte brown shade right here, and I'm just going to deepen up that outer corner of the lower lash line. Back in with my concealer and just cut the inner half of the crease just so that we have a little bit of a tackier base to stick these more shimmery eyeshadows to that we're going to use next. I'm going in with the Morphe M166 flat eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to go into this gorgeous shimmery shade that, oh my gosh, I can already tell it's going to be stunning. And I'm going to just tap this. Look at that color, oh my god. I'm just going to place this all over that concealer. And I'm just using patting motions for this so that we get the best pigmentation and no fallout. And now just to kind of get rid of, I don't know, I just don't want that definition between the glitter shimmery shades and the matte shades. So I'm going back in with this lighter matte color we used earlier and just placing that right on the edge to blend that out, and it just makes it look much more seamless and put together. So there's no really like bright highlighter in here, and you can see that this one will just end up looking more pinky. So I'm going to use another highlighter. So you can use any highlighting shade from any other eyeshadow palette you have, or just your highlighter itself. So this is the Kylie Cosmetics highlighter in the shade Ice Me Out. I'm picking that up on my brush and just placing that right on the inner corner. So I'm going to add some liquid liner to this look today, and I'm using the Adora Overcomer black liquid liner, and I'm just going to start my wing by drawing a line along my upper lash line and then flicking it out and then dragging that line back in to finish up the wing. So now I'm just going to curl my lashes and just apply a little bit of mascara. For my lashes today, I'm using the Tarte Cosmetics Extra Extra Lashes. So I'm just going to place some glue on these and pop these on. So now that the eyes are done, we're going to add some highlighter because I haven't done that yet. So I'm using the same highlighter I use on my inner corners, which is the Kylie Cosmetics highlighter in the shade Ice Me Out, and I'm just going to place this on my cheekbones, the bridge of my nose, and a little bit on my cupid's bow. Highlighter is like really bright. I think it's just because of my lip, but it'll get covered up soon. So I'm going to be using the NYX Cosmetics Lavender Lace lip liner and just lining my lips. And now for our actual lip color, I'm using the MAC Selena Lip Glass, and this is in the shade Hey Dad Pizza. And this is what it looks like. It's this gorgeous shimmery lip gloss. I'm going to apply this right over top. Look at how pretty that shade is. So this is the finished look. So I completely love this palette. Like, it's so pretty. You can definitely use this palette to create a very neutral look. I love the little pop of like a reddish pinky color. And yeah, so definitely recommend this palette to you guys. The quality is so good. So I hope you guys liked today's video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you are new. Hit the bell button to turn on your post notifications so you're notified when I upload every single new video. I upload a new video every week, so be sure to go check out last week's video. You guys can also find me on Instagram at Victoria Costanz and on Twitter at Vic Costanz, so be sure to follow me on there. And I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye!